We are live, B.S.ing with the guys and the little girl over there. Little
Definitely
blonde-haired
just
girl.
busted my eardrums.
Good. The music, that
Yes.
intro music, yeah, it blasts. But that's all right. It's a badass jam. Tonight, we're going to try to get into these topics. You know how we are with our ADD, though. We usually veer off into all kind of other crazy shit. But we got Trump talking about no income tax, saying it's a real possibility. Elon Musk thinks the white race is going extinct. And Tampon Tim Walls is responsible for a massive fraud in Minnesota. There's a pastor out there and he claims he heals a lot of people in his church in the funkiest way ever. I'll introduce you all to that. And Justin, your favorite talk, Second Amendment here. The police in Britain arrest a man for posing with a gun in a photo.
That's crazy.
That's coming to a state near you in this country. So, anyway, let's see what we're going to get into first tonight. Let's see. I do know. Well, we're going to get into the gun talk because, like I said, I think that's what they want here if they could have it. But they had a guy he was posing. It was a IT consultant, and he was arrested in Britain for being at a gun range in Florida, and all he did was post a picture of himself holding a shotgun, and they came and got his ass.
Wait, who?
Really?
Yeah, just an IT consultant, like nobody famous or anything, but it was just a point that, I mean, they basically, they're coming to get you in places like that. I mean, I couldn't imagine living like that.
He was in Florida?
Well, he was when he took the picture, yeah, but he's from, over there in Britain. And I guess when he got back home, they were like, hey, we saw what you did in Florida.
That's insane.
That is. Isn't that crazy?
And they got him for like threatening and like terroristic threats and just a bunch of crazy shit. And then I think the charges got dropped, and then they came back and basically were rummaging through his shit to make sure that he didn't have firearms, and then they rearrested him on something else, and those charges immediately got dropped, and then he got arrested again for some other shit for a social media post.
Damn.
Those charges got dropped, and finally he's kind of, free. And I think he made a social media post, and I think the third time he got arrested, it was for like violating his bond or some shit for a social media post.
So it's all doing with social media stuff.
Yeah.
Boy, they come down hard on you with that shit over there, huh?
They do. And he was, like you said, he was in Florida. He was at a friend's place. He was on private property in Florida at a friend's place, shooting legal guns. And then, yeah.
Damn. I just couldn't. The funny thing is they have places in this country that would love to have those rules.
Yeah.
There's states and cities that would just, they're just chomping at the bit to get laws like that implemented. And, it looks like we're a ways away from that, from being on a federal level at least. But
yeah.
What's up, Matt? See you in them comments. What's going on, buddy?
Matt, did you see the AR picture that he posted on social media?
No. All I saw was one with the shotgun.
He posted that, and then he had one of him holding an AR, and like he was acting like he was aiming it, but the AR didn't have any sights or anything on it.
So I wonder if they got him for that too.
Probably. Like, yeah, you're going for being stupid.
Yeah, well, that's true. But hey, fuck it. I'm glad he's pushing back. Doesn't sound like he's quitting as much as he's been in trouble. So I mean, that's good.
No, because they keep dropping the charges. Like they arrest him, and then judges drop the charges, and then they come back and find something else and arrest him again. And
I wonder if it's more of just trying to make your life a living hell for a while to try to control what you say and do.
That's what it seems like, because he never threatened anybody, so they can't. The charges can't stick, but I guess they can arrest you as many times as they want.
Well, that is true, especially over there if you don't have the same kind of legal system, and if the rights aren't the same where they just come and get you for anything like that. Right. Because apparently there is a law somewhat being, I guess, broken, or they wouldn't have any grounds to even arrest you for it,
Yeah.
But like you said, I guess the charges can't stick.
Yeah, I guess their reasoning was that he was trying to provoke and basically spark fear in people by posting gun pictures, you know?
Yeah, but he wasn't in
is,
that country. So how
is
does
that
that
what they
matter?
were? Is that what they were going with? Because I guess his
Pretty
social
much,
media
yeah.
was still tied to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see.
Probably so.
Old Blue here saying you can't even say Jew or gay jokes in the UK online without being arrested, which is true. I've seen
true.
that.
You can't
You
speak
know,
on the
and
migrants.
right. And honestly,
What?
it's not. Well, yeah, that's how them places are, and there's a lot of platforms in this country that you don't get arrested for it, but they'll kick you off of it, which this is
Right.
likely to be one of them that we're on right now. You know, if the wrong person hears you making some kind of off color joke or something, and all of a sudden your account's flagged, and you know, I mean, it's not your right to be on these platforms the way they look at it, so you better behave. But at least it's not criminal. You know, that's
Right.
just a company saying, hey, we don't want this shit on our platform. And it's like,
Right.
you've got the option to either go along with the rules or don't get on their platform. But, you know, what's Matt saying? I heard he was just showing off for friends, something they don't get to do. It don't, sounds
Apparently.
like it. Sounds like they don't
Oh,
get to have any
apparently.
fun over there.
No, none at all.
To hell with them people, man.
And you got to have a
Doesn't
TV
matter.
license.
You got to have what?
A TV license. I
A
saw a
TV
video.
license?
The TV license man was like, kept knocking on these people's door, telling them they needed a TV license, and they're like, "We don't watch TV." It's like the TV's on. I can see it through the window. They're like, "You fucking sneaking around my house, peeking in my
I
goddamn window."
did see. I forgot about that. I did see that. What was that about, though? What were they?
You have to have a TV license over there in order to watch like cable TV channels.
A TV license, huh?
Yeah.
So you can't
Or
just
is it
like
just
pay.
a tax?
Well, yeah, it sounds like it. Yeah,
Pretty
That's
much. I
probably a
think it
tax,
pays
yeah.
for like the BBC news
Oh,
and like those, you know, cable network shows. It pays for them, but yeah.
oh,
So they'll come and
propaganda.
fine you, and I mean,
well, that's
nobody
weird. I wonder
really
if it.
gets arrested anymore, but they will arrest you for it for not having a
But
license.
it's odd. You figure to have to work like it does here, where you subscribe to your cable network, you know, or your streaming service.
I think it's almost like a basic cable type deal where you can, you know, how like you can go get an antenna from Walmart and hook it up, and you'll get like the basic
I
channels.
see what you're saying. Yeah. So, but if you want to do that, you got to pay you got to buy a license.
You have to buy a
basically.
TV license. Yeah. Now I don't know if they run commercials over there like we do. You know,
Ah. Well,
Oh,
guess
I
they're trying
hate commercials.
get you a TV license.
Well, we all do now. We got spoiled with all these streaming platforms, man, where you can just either bypass the commercials or you know, get rid of them altogether by paying.
I
And
will pay the extra $10 to not have ads.
Well, it's funny. It wasn't even an option when I was young and coming up. You know, it was just
That's the
something you
truth.
dealt with. And you had to wait like a week apart. There was no binge watching anything.
Oh, I hate
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
I
can you
hate when they
imagine?
just release an episode at a time or like part of it. Just give me all of it.
I
Like,
was
what
going to
are we
say, can you
doing?
imagine that now that we've gotten used to being able to
Yeah.
sit down and just watch episode after episode and get into something? And, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because that's how it was when we were young, man. It was like every Friday a show would come on and you have to wait till the next Friday to see what was
Friday.
going to happen. Yeah. Which we didn't know any different, so it wasn't a big deal back then, but I couldn't imagine going back to that, man.
Yeah, if it's a show that I'm like slightly interested in, I'm not starting it if I can't watch an entire season. Like I'm not waiting a week.
No, I get you. I get you.
I'm not doing
But
it.
even then, like they'll drop like parts of a series, like maybe 5 episodes, and then you got to wait
Right.
for a
Mhm.
while to get the rest of
Yeah.
them, you know. And still, that's too much, you know. I'm not happy with that either nowadays. We're so fucking spoiled. But anyway,
that the truth?
Did you see the clip of it was in the courtroom, that dude's charged with he pleaded guilty to moving his wife's body, but they're charging him with the murder. And one of the detectives was going over all the Google searches today.
oh, Jesus.
Let's see. What is his name? Brian Walsh, accused of killing and dismembering his wife. Began Monday.
Fuck.
But like the Google searches, it was like, how do you clean up blood with bleach? You know, Google search. Does
Oh.
bleach harm hardwood floors? Google search. You know, can police track blood after it's been bleached?
Yes.
Best way to dismember a body. Best way to cut up a body. How to get away with murder. can the police can the police
That's the
like
big one.
track my phone if it's off and da 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 da, and it was going down a whole list, and then it was, can the police see my Google search results even if I throw the computer away, basically. And the next search was he asked something along the lines of like how to clean the knife and shit like that, but it was a Yahoo search.
Yeah.
Because Google told him, yes, the police can
Oh,
find
so
your
I'm gonna
fucking
go
search
to
history, so swap to Yahoo.
So I'm gonna go to Yahoo. Imagine being that dumb nowadays to even
Dude.
consider searching that kind of shit online.
Yeah.
And not just out of curiosity, but because you
Right.
plan on committing a crime and you don't think, for one, you're the closest person to this victim. So you know they're going to come
Right.
after you first.
Yeah.
And it never crosses your mind that they're going to be able to go back and look at everything I did online.
It
That's
crosses
so
mine because
odd.
he Googled it.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's I like the how to get away with murder.
Yeah, how to get away
Yeah.
with murder, and like if
Jeez.
vinegar will stop a body from smelling. Like he Googled the whole crime as it played out, and
Wow.
it was at least 60 different search inquiries on Google, and like I said, it just spelled out the whole thing. It's like, this fucking guy.
So
Was he
this
pleading
is
not
a-
guilty?
He to murder, yeah. He
Wow.
pled guilty to
so
hiding the
it-
body.
So it's still going on.
Yeah, it started yesterday, Monday. What's today? Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. It started
Oh yeah,
Monday.
I'm looking at all the little questions. Golly, what does bleach do to a dead body? Want to
Oh,
get away with
Jesus.
murder? Use special detergents. Is it better to throw away crime scene clothes or wash them? How to clean blood stains with hydrogen peroxide? Should I? God, can the FBI tell when you accessed your phone? Does the dishwasher? I mean, it's on and on and on. There's got to be, fuck, I don't know, 60 questions or so.
I'm telling you.
It's crazy.
Not guilty for sure. He didn't do it.
Yeah. How to saw a body, how to dismember a body.
He should write a book. Like OJ.
That's what I'd have been. Yeah. If I'd have done it, I was just preparing, getting ready for a book I was going to write. My God. Now, it's crazy though. You still have the gall to be like, not guilty. I didn't do it.
Right.
No.
No,
Innocent.
I don't think he's getting away with that one.
No.
Yeah, I did see. I saw the headlines of that. I just didn't know it went that crazy. But I have caught that name. Like when you said his name, it rung a bell because I've come across it online recently. But I had no idea it was that crazy. Let's see. He admits to misleading police and disposing of her body, but denies killing her.
Yeah.
Claimed he panicked. That's always the thing. I panicked. I didn't know what to do, so I dismembered the body.
I walked in and she
Like-
was dead, and like, oh, gotta chop her up.
Yeah, you think anybody's ever really done that and have been innocent?
I would hope not, and if they did, they probably belong in prison anyway. So
Just for being that fucking dumb?
yeah, like
Yeah,
you
'cause-
don't belong out here with us.
I was gonna say, I've seen that. Like that's been a defense for a lot of people. Oh, I found it that way, but I panicked. I didn't know what to do. I knew y'all were gonna blame me, so I just thought I'd get rid of the body. And I'm wondering if it's ever been a real story. Like
Yeah,
that's
'cause-
somebody's where their mind goes like, oh, I don't know what to do now. Let me just go ahead and
Well,
cut
I'd
up his-"
imagine like they're hoping the defense works out like it plays out in like Netflix series when just a fiction series, and they walk into the house and somebody's dead with blood all over the place, and one of your guns that you bought last year sitting on the floor, like, oh shit, this is gonna look like I did it. Just chop it up,
Yeah.
hide the body. You should have
That's
seen
so
the
nuts.
prosecutor reading all the Google searches, because he'd like read 2 of them and then look over at the defense and wait. And then he'd
Yeah,
read a
like,
couple
which-
more.
Dude, to me, that's all you'd have to do is pull out the history on his computer. I mean, and that's it.
Mhm.
It's what
Yeah,
else is there
closed
to
case.
freaking?
It's a slam dunk.
My
Yeah.
God, you would think. Jesus, watch him get off. Watch him say because they have no proof that he actually did it.
True.
Because I guess what he's saying is, yeah, I'm not denying I searched these things, but I was really just trying to find out what to do with the body because I found her like that. But then again, he was searching how to get away with murder,
He
so that should
was.
give it away right there. But anyway, I want to know when our benefits kick in for being minorities, because according to the stats now, white people are not the majority in the world anymore, in this country, anywhere. So when do the perks kick in? I want
I'm
some
gonna apply
perks.
tonight,
I want to
dude.
be able to put that on applications now that I'm a minority.
Can we
'Cause I'm
start
looking-
DEI back on?
Can we say? Now I'm all for DEI.
Let's do it.
No, it's crazy when you see, and reading the numbers, and I don't want to, like come off like, like, oh, we need to do what we got to do to keep being the superior race. But it's just funny to watch how much it's declined. Like white people just aren't having babies. And it's like,
No.
what are y'all doing out there? It's like they said this fall's kindergarten classes of people that are registered is 45 to 46% non-Hispanic whites. But let's see, so that's half. Kids under 5. Let's see. White births fell below 50% of total births in 2014 and never came back. So that's basically, and Elon's like, he's going so far as to say, and if this continues, the white race will just be extinct. Now that seems a little far fetched, or at least far past our lifetime. But just looking at the numbers, it's just crazy to see how much it's dropped. As far as the birth rate when it comes to just white people in general.
Yeah, they're all lesbians.
That's probably, yeah, well, they're pushing all this LGBTQ shit, and nobody's making babies no more, but you got to get out there and do your job, Kristen. We need a little football team.
I just don't want kids.
I know
10
you're
minimum.
not very kid friendly, are you?
No.
No. Yeah, what they said, let's see. Italy sits at 1.24 children per woman. Now they're talking about, I guess whites around the world.
Wait.
Spain sits at 1.2.
1.24.
Yeah, somebody had 0.24 of a child. So no, that's just how the numbers break down. But Spain 1.23, Germany's just over 1, Poland 1.26, Canada 1.3, Australia 1.5. Even the U.S. is at 1.6. Meanwhile, you got places like Egypt that are 2.9. Nigeria is 5.2. They over there doing it. Nigeria, they like rabbits. Pakistan 3.4. Indonesia. So basically, all these other countries that aren't, populated by white people are just out there just doing what they do in the privacy of their own huts and homes, and making these babies. We got a lot of catching up to do. I'm not saying we got to be the superior race, but we got to exist, damn it.
Yep.
And
That's,
Elon done.
There's probably direct repercussions because we stopped the funding of the Worldwide Condom Organization,
That's what it is. Once he got in the Doge department and cut that over
Now
with,
there's
they just
just
started
babies popping up
spitting
everywhere.
out babies over there in them third world countries. No, but like I said, Elon, I think it's a little stretch. He's all, like we're just not going to exist no more. But I don't know. I just got back from a gymnastics thing, watching a 7-year-old over there, and it was pretty fucking white. It's like that must be where they're all at now. So I was
You
like,
might want to clarify the 7-year-old is your kid.
no, I was just I was creeping around a gymnastics.
Looking through the window. I gotcha. we got to talk.
Yeah, like,
Hello? Hello?
We'll be right back.
yeah. No, yeah, I wasn't just over there watching the children. I promise you. I promise you. But speaking of kids, I seen I guess it don't matter to me. I'm not having no more children, but that Trump savings account. I don't know if you saw that, Brad, where they,
I did.
Supposedly the government, is going to throw.
Not a fan
What
of
is it? Yeah, I was going to ask you what you thought about that, because it is coming from taxpayers' money.
Absolutely.
They're going to start these accounts with, and I mean it's a
Yeah.
good idea if you're the parent to start that kind of account. I just don't know.
Sure.
If it's the government's job to be taken
It's
from
not.
other,
It's
know what I
another
mean?
social project, man. It's another social program in my mind. And I'm okay with the Dells donating $6 billion. I do not think, if it's a private investment, I think it's a
Right.
great thing, but with the government putting it in, to me, it's a social program. And then what happens when that gets in the wrong hands? If some other party takes over and here we are, we're dealing with that. Is it another slush fund for these people? I don't know.
Yeah,
I just,
and it was odd to see Trump being the one pushing that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
he had to figure that people were going to be like, well, wait a second, now this is a burden on the taxpayers, and like you said,
Right.
it sounds like it's borderline on that socialism. It's everybody put into the pot, and
Right.
we'll disperse it. And
Right.
on the surface, it's like, oh, that's cool. We're helping the kids. This kid, when he's 18, he'll have access to money to get a good start in life. But should it be the government's job to take that from taxpayers and do that? Because you can't want, I guess, partial socialism like that. If you're going to bitch about that, which is what the right usually does, then
Right.
you got to be all in. And for somebody like Trump, like I said, to come out with this plan, it kind of shocked me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I thought maybe he was going to say we're going to pull this money from the tariffs, but then I'm reading into it, and it's like, no, it's going to be taxpayer money. And
I think
thinking,
it's
well,
great in theory. I mean, if it winds up anything like Social Security, I just I just think it's going to be just total shit show.
Yeah. Well, I want.
Wait,
I
what
just-
are we talking about?
Trump is starting. It's called, of course, he's got his name. A Trump savings account is what it's called.
Okay.
Now, parents, he's gonna. I think the government's gonna start off with what, $1,000? Is it, Brad? Am I correct?
Yes, I think it was.
I think it's $1,000 the government's going to put into an account for a child that's born. Now, the parents can contribute up to $5,000 a year to this account, and it's basically like a savings account,
Right.
I don't know, IRA or something. But yeah, it's going to be and it's going to build up until they're 18. So if let's say your parents donate the max to it, then by the time you're 18, you're going to have a nice little chunk to get started with, whether it be to buy your home or just get you to where you're, your next step in life. So it's a great idea for a child, but we were just wondering, like, is it a good idea to be putting that on taxpayers? Because
I think
No.
I was going to
I
say,
think-
I'm not having any more children. So how am I benefiting from this?
You're not. Look, you can do that in the private sector, people out there. Take it and start a fund for your child at a young age, and by the time they're 30, 40, 50, they'll have more money than they know what to do with. And then you're the one that can manage it. You don't have to abide by government rules and regulations. No, I think it's a horrible idea. I really do.
I was gonna say, I feel like if people could afford to do that, they would.
Well, they would. I mean, a lot of them would. A
I
lot of people
think-
can't.
No,
that
exactly.
yes, they can. I think it should be automatically taken out of the child tax care credit. Your
That's
little
not a bad idea.
$5,000 stimmy that you get back every year for having kids, automatically take some out of it.
Hey, I don't
And
even
Well-
approve of that, but
Boom.
anyway.
Yeah,
that's
because the problem is it only goes to people that are under a certain income threshold, correct?
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
So
but
then the
if
people
you're
that are
over
above that
income-
threshold just
but
get
it's your money that you'd be getting anyway. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Wait, so how
Yeah.
would this apply to me?
But if
If-
you
well,
are
if you
getting
have a
that child
child.
tax care credit, then
Okay.
you probably, you're under that income level. So there probably needs to be something set up for your kids because, you start behind somebody that's over that income level that, isn't going to get a child tax care credit. So if they're over that income level, they're probably already setting something up themselves.
Sure.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean but then again, though, you may have some people that are right over that threshold, but they don't qualify for the help, but they don't quite make enough to put up like that for their kid. Which, granted, I mean they're talking about starting it off with $1,000. I mean, I would think you can come up with $1,000. If you have a child coming, and start your own account, because you don't have to keep putting money into it. You're able to as a parent if you want to over the years. But it's like for a baby born in 2026, $1,000 start. Average stock market returns is about 7% after inflation. Well, that balance, it could grow to around 10 to 15 grand by the time they're 18. Now,
Right.
that's without putting anything else in it. So if you got parents that are willing to put money into it over and over and over and over, then it's a decent little chunk you have. But it's that initial $1,000 that they're giving out, which from what I understand is taxpayer funded. And
Yes.
that's where,
Well, I don't want to pay for other people's kids.
thank you. And that's how a lot of people are. Now that may sound like you're being a bitch, but it's like
I don't think so.
I don't want to pay for my
I didn't
neighbor's
tell
kid.
you to have kids.
Right, exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you. Yeah, I didn't tell you to go have children. I I don't want to pay for my neighbors. I don't want to pay for the person in the next town. I don't
Exactly.
want to pay for your child. So it was just, like I said, it was kind of weird to see Trump throw that out, and unless he's got a bigger plan of where this money is going to come from. But like I said, when I read over it, it's supposedly taxpayer funded for that first $1,000.
Take it out of the
So-
child tax care credit.
Well, let's
It's just
text
gonna
Trump.
go to rims and fucking paint jobs anyway.
Yeah.
Put it to something
Yeah, it was
useful.
because it was saying that the $1,000 initial deposit for each eligible child is a one-time grant from the U.S. federal government. It's funded through general taxpayer revenues as part of this one big beautiful bill. So
It's garbage.
there's no other way to
Garbage.
really read into that, but it's taxpayer funded. So
Yeah.
it's weird.
So here's a question I have, because I think is it called like a 401(j)(k)? I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
So here's my thing, man, and God forbid. So this money, and you're contributing every year after the government puts up $1,000, which is just ludicrous, I think. So you're putting your money into this fund for all these years, and let's say at 18, or I saw one chart that said if you go to 60, it would be worth $2.5 million if you fund it fully every year till the child is 60. But what happens if that child dies during his lifespan of putting that in there, and something happens, cancer or horrific wreck or whatever it might be? Does that money
Sure.
go to the family? Does that
They
make
should
sense?
just bury it with them.
Probably not.
Well, just kind of like Social Security,
Yeah.
you pay into that crap your whole life, and then you die at 58 years old, where you can start drawing at 62, and you get nothing. Your family gets nothing. It's like money just wasted. So I would tell people, do it in the private sector. Do not mess with the government, because I'm sure there's going to be some.
I'm sorry, you see Spartacus to comment here. Socialism is bad, but when Trump does it, it's good. Now that's the total opposite of what we're saying, at least. Now,
Absolutely.
I do know there are people out there, I'm sure, that are hardcore MAGA that are like, whatever Trump does, yeah, that's great. But I'm with what you were saying. It's just a form of socialism, and we sure don't we don't condone it.
Nope.
At least I don't. Like you said, I don't want to pay for other people's children.
I mean, at least the government has a really good track record at managing finances.
Absolutely.
So they have that going for them,
That's a good point, Justin. Good point. Never mind. I take it back.
Take it. Yeah, 38 trillion. Yeah, exactly.
Well, let me ask you something. This is it's only for newborns from all the way till 2028. Is what I'm reading right here, and then it just stops. Because it said it's funded through general taxpayer revenues as part of blah, 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 signed on July 2025 for newborns from 2025 to 2028. So I guess I don't know what he's trying to do with that, if he's just trying to give people a reason to want to get out there and start making more kids. But there's like a timeline on it. It's weird. I don't know. It's a weird flex by Trump. It's going to cost, about $15 billion through the year 2034.
That's not going to fuck with our stimmies, right?
Probably. He's going to say, you know what? No, that's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of taxpayer money if that's where it's coming from.
Absolutely. I am not for it. I will be in touch with him tonight.
You should have to sign up for that, man.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't sign up for this shit.
Bullshit. Nope.
But I don't know. I would expect that from a Democrat-run, presidency, but not from Trump. That was a weird one. So I'm taking my vote back. That's it. Done.
Yep. Done
with him.
Should have voted for Kamala.
Yep.
I know. Imagine where we'd be right now, everybody, if we'd have just got Kamala in office. I mean,
It'd be great.
Dude, this country, the economy would be booming.
Yes.
Just no senseless wars going on. I mean, everything.
Immigration would be flush with people.
Everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with you.
The viewers wouldn't have to listen to us, because we still wouldn't be allowed on YouTube.
Well, that's true. We wouldn't have a platform, so they wouldn't have to listen to our dumb asses all night long. So look at that. What else is Trump trying to do? Trying to get rid of everything that Biden did with this auto pen, which it's all just executive order, from what I understand. And I mean, don't the president have the right to do that anyway when he comes into office, whether it's auto pen or not?
Yeah, I think so. If I stand corrected, I think Biden did that when he came in office, or whoever was doing it. But I think he got rid of all of Trump's executive orders.
Yeah, I thought they said that's pretty normal practice for an
I think it
incoming
is.
president. And so
Yeah,
I don't know
I think
what
it
the
is.
big deal is with this. Now I know he was talking about doing it with anybody that was pardoned. So
Oh,
that's different than, you know, executive orders. But from what I understand, he can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't, there's nothing in the Constitution that allows him to overturn a pardon, whether it's done by auto pen or not. So it's just another way of I guess Trump just just rallying up
yeah.
his base, throwing shit out there on social media, getting people all excited and worked up, but nothing's going to come of it because, of course, the first name that comes up is Dr. Anthony Fauci. Everybody's like, hell yeah, well, he can get rid of that part and then we can go straight after Fauci. That's a fallacy. It's never going to happen. It's
No.
never going to happen because he has no legal standings to get rid of a pardon. So just to, not to disappoint any of the MAGAs, but it's not going to happen. So don't hold your breath. Only thing he can really do is get rid of some executive orders, but that's normal anyway. So Trump's got a good look, man. He's got a good, he knows what he's doing when it comes to psyching people up, man, and getting them, rah rah.
But like, why?
Why? I think it's no different than any other politician. You got to keep your base on your side, and the average person, I guess, isn't going to take the time to go look into any of that. It's a lot of confirmation bias. Like I said, people were getting excited because we all want to see Dr. Fauci be held accountable for what he's done over the decades. I know I do, especially what he pulled off with COVID. And then you can go all the way back to the AIDS crisis. I mean, the man's been, in dirt for as long as I can remember. So it'd be nice to see him being held accountable. So when Trump screams shit like that, and that's where people's mind go, oh my God, he can get rid of Fauci's pardon. Yeah, we're getting Fauci. And everybody gets worked up, but they don't think well, let me do a little research and see if that's even legal. Everybody just gets excited because that's what they want. You know what I mean? They want it to be true. Because I've seen it online. People got all caught up in it. And I'm thinking, you got to read something every now and then. So unless what I was reading was wrong, but, I did research it a little bit. And there's really no possible way for anybody to just overturn a pardon. So
Yeah.
sorry to bust
Not
the
even
bubbles.
if it was signed auto pen.
No, that's
And
what I'm trying. Let me find it here. I'm gonna find.
And I get the auto pen. I mean, that's, if a president isn't around, he can
Yeah.
auto pen bills and stuff like that. But, I mean, do you really think Biden authorized all of those pardons?
No, not at all. I don't think he
Yeah.
was authorizing anything out
right.
there. Yeah, nothing at all. But yeah, I'm trying to see. Give me a second here because I did look that up and I asked it just like that. Like, if is a president, able to get rid of pardons if it's done by auto pen, and it gave me a pretty comprehensive answer. And I'm just trying to look for it now, but well, like I said, from what I read, there's nothing he can do. Let's see. Legal scholars argue Trump's auto pen rational, baseless, irrelevant. Any president has the power to revoke an executive order, which we talked about. Trump can undo executive orders freely, but cannot void pardons. Laws signed into effect, so he can't reverse laws and he can't reverse pardons as they are constitutionally protected. Once they're finally granted. Now, let's see, revoking them could invite Supreme Court challenges, potential destabilizing future presidencies. So anyway, without going too deep into it, they're just saying that the only thing he really has power to do, whether it be auto pen or not, is to get rid of executive orders, and that's it. So
Gotcha.
You heard it here. Run with it.
Yes.
Pass it along to your friends.
Right.
So.
You ain't even got to read about it, dude.
Nope. They just got to watch this. We'll fill them
Absolutely.
in. We're only wrong half the time. So,
Right.
Take that
Not
for
bad.
what you want. But anyway, what else is going on? No income tax. You're talking about that. I'm sure, federal level, but you think that's anything that's even a possibility, Brad?
I don't know how, but should it? Absolutely.
Well, it
We should not
should.
be paying. Yeah, we shouldn't be paying any income tax. Yeah, but do I see it happening? No, I just don't. I don't know. It's a big talk too about he wants to get rid of property tax. God, I don't even know how he does that either. I just think we're taxed into the sewer, man. And I don't
Yeah, it
know.
seems like a lot of big hurdles because there's so many people that
Yeah.
benefit from these taxes,
Sure.
as far as the government.
Where do they make the
So-
money up at it? That's one question.
Right.
If you get rid
Now-
of income tax or property tax in your local municipalities, I mean, do they just jack sales tax up to, like
Sure.
here we probably pay the most in the state, in Louisiana. So you're talking if we're say 9 3/4 or or 10, are we talking 15%? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I
where it
know on
goes with
a,
that.
I guess on a federal level, he's claiming that these tariffs and shit is what's going to bring so much money back that he can get rid of the income tax and they'd still be ahead. But
Wow.
like you said, that doesn't nothing to do with the states, which I don't think they're talking about getting rid of the state income taxes. I think that's still going to be on state level. But
Yeah,
when
I
it
was
comes
talking
to
about
this-
property tax.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Property tax. If he got rid of that, like you said, all these other, these cities and towns that are benefiting from that, they're not just going to lose out on that.
You can't.
So then, no, they can't. There's no way they could
Right.
take that kind of a hit financially. They're going to get it from somewhere. So
Somewhere.
now, I know other states, like there are certain states that don't have property tax, but I'm sure they're getting it from somewhere. They're getting their money.
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
don't-
If
I
it's
don't
through
know
VAT
exactly.
tax or or through higher sales tax or something.
Right, or fucking Florida with tolls. I mean, it's like Jesus Christ, dude. You
yeah.
can't drive anywhere through Florida without a toll.
Dude,
Right.
Texas
Calm.
too.
Texas is
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Driving
Illinois.
to Texas. I mean, there's
Yeah.
tolls everywhere.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. I'm just used. I guess I don't know. Maybe we need some more around here in Louisiana. I'm just used to not having them. So when I go places that
that.
have them, I'm like Jesus. And I know you can technically get around them, but they know
Yeah.
they know you don't want to do that.
I don't know if
No.
I'd ever drive with a license plate on my car.
I know Florida's good, man. I went a few months back, man, and I'm getting shit in the mail saying,
You got
"Oh,
a bill in the mail?
yeah, you owe us
350 or
this much
whatever it is?
now," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay," but they like send threats like they can legally hold you, accountable over when you're back at your home state.
They can legally hold these nuts.
That's what I'm thinking.
Know what I
Like, but
mean?
they're like flag your license according to what the letter was saying. I don't know what kind of legal grounds they have, but apparently they at least threw that threat out that if you don't, nicely, if you don't pay, then we can,
Right.
come after you or whatever. So I'm like, whatever. Here's your fucking $4. But I was like, damn, they're good, man. You don't even have to stop at the tolls no more. You just roll through them.
Yeah.
I'm
they
still
send you a
rebelling
bill.
against my parking tickets in New Orleans. So
Yeah, fuck them tickets in
We'll
New
see.
Orleans, man.
they give me a parking ticket for an expired registration. How the fuck? Like that's not even your job, lady. Fuck you.
What do they do? Like run up your plate?
Yeah.
They just walk by and run random plates?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got the
why'd you re-
toll ladies that walk around. Like they walk block to block, and every single plate they're looking at it, making sure that you paid for your time. Well, apparently, you can get a ticket for an expired registration out there too. Parking.
So what? Why you didn't have registration, boy? That's the big question.
Because
Uh,
fuck these government tax bullshits.
I know.
It's my car. Fuck y'all.
I know. I haven't had an inspection sticker that we're supposed to have over here in Louisiana. I haven't had one in years. I'm like, fuck
No,
y'all, in at $20.
Yep.
Kiss my ass. Pull me over.
I
I
got
haven't
one
had
off
an
a
inspection
school
sticker
bus.
on my car since I bought it. Not one.
really?
Mm-mm.
Nope. Fuck 'em.
Huh.
I don't even have residue on my windshield. Fuck them.
Mine's registered to a school bus.
Hell yeah.
Well, there you go. There you
The last
go.
inspection sticker I did buy was actually from a crackhead at a gas station, and he had a book bag full of them.
Nice.
I don't think well, I guess it's too late to do anything to you now, but yeah, you probably don't want to go announcing that shit.
Can you go find
him?
him?
The crackhead did.
Go
Well,
find
that's
him and
true.
get me one. Mine expires in January.
He looked rough, and he was on a bicycle, so I doubt it. But
Mm-mm-mm. Well, what else is happening? What else we got? I did see I had a woman that a family, $28 million inheritance was coming from a father that passed away. Now, this woman is, I don't know, I guess in her maybe 30s or so. Well, she went 23andMe and found out that she was related to this person and now wants her cut of this inheritance. Didn't know him before that, wasn't raised in the family. So you think she's got any kind of, argument there? Because technically she is his blood.
No,
I mean, how
if
do
there
you,
was
how
a
do you
will
do
made or
that?
something.
No, I don't think there was any. It was just,
Oh, really?
it was going to the children, but even if there is a will, like, she didn't even have an option to be thought about, but yet she has proven that he was my father.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know, man. It was a weird one. I didn't really know how they can handle something like that, because technically she is his child, and if the money's going
Yeah,
down
but
to his kids,
I mean, would they be able to go after every sperm donor in America for inheritances?
that's kind of where this is leading. Like it opens
Right.
up that door for a lot. Everybody's gonna be jumping on 23andMe, wanting to see if they're
Yeah.
related to some wealthy person. But they yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I saw the headline and I was like, well, that is an interesting take
Mm-hmm.
on that. I mean, $28 million going to the children or the beneficiaries, and she's like, hey, hey, I'm over here too, all of a sudden. So I don't you think she's entitled to any of it, or it's like,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
no. I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know all the circumstances, but I guess it wasn't exactly her fault that she wasn't in her father's life, because she never knew.
Right.
So, now, does that mean she's owed any money? I don't know about that, but it is an odd case. So I'm waiting to see how
Yeah,
that plays out. Let's see if
it
she
is
gets
odd,
any.
but like I said, it'd be like if she did win, then it would open the door for, I mean, every sperm
Jesus.
donor
Yeah.
Oh,
ever
it's
to
it.
be, his inheritances to be sued, and ah, it'd get crazy. It'd get crazy.
It would be
Yeah,
crazy.
it does say here. I was reading the end of it. The case was resolved favorably for the clients, meaning the father's family, in part due to the woman's claim coming so long after the death of the father.
Mm.
So apparently he had passed away a while ago, and that money had already been dispersed out. Yeah, it was 2023. The money was already handed out. Well, then all of a sudden she does this 23andMe, or whatever the hell that shit's called, and finds out that she's related to these people. So she creeped her way into their life, basically hitting them up, saying, "Hey, I don't know if you know, but I'm your long lost, sister." Yada yada. Kind of got close to him, and then was like, about this money. So then they
Yeah.
were like, so they
Is there
basically
any
told her to
money?
hit the fucking road. Hey, look, you can't blame her. If I find out my father was some wealthy fucking person that left millions of dollars, and I'm
Yeah, I don't
like,
blame her for
hey,
trying, because I'd
no, I
probably
mean, you
try
can't knock
too.
her for
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah. All I can say is no,
Yeah,
Wow.
that's it. And that's what they told her, basically. I mean, I guess they gave her something, because they didn't disclose it, but they just said that it was, more favorable to the father's other kids, than it was to her. So I don't know. I see they're looking for found 2 people floating in a sailboat dead over there off the coast of South Africa. They're thinking pirates had something to do with it.
Mm.
So
Possible.
I'm
Them
like,
pirates
yeah,
will get you.
that's why white people are becoming so dense in the population now. It's like, stop fucking sailing into these crazy ass fucking places.
Doing dumb
It's
shit.
like, yeah, stop. Like, what are you doing, man? That is such a dangerous move,
Yeah,
But
they do like them. Man, I saw another. Maybe it might have been the same white couple, but it was a few months
no, it was a
ago,
different
and
one.
they were on a sailboat on TikTok, and pirates hopped on the sailboat and shit in the middle of the night, and I mean they survived that time, but it may
Yeah.
have been the same ones, and they just didn't learn.
Yeah, these were, in their 60s, late 60s, I guess, retired or whatever, thinking they're going to do a little sailing. And, yeah,
Take a fucking cruise, dude.
that's what I'm saying, which I don't know, man. Some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never did. Speaking of cruise, any of y'all watched the Poop Cruise? Kristen, did you see that
Not yet.
documentary?
No, I did not watch it.
Have you
wanna
seen it,
watch
though?
it.
I mean, you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I
No.
see it on Netflix all the time, and I just kind of scroll past it. I'm like, I don't know if I feel like getting into a whole documentary about a bunch of shit on a cruise, but
Yeah, I think that's why I
sounded
didn't
like
watch
was-
it.
Yeah, it sounded like it was fucking horrible if you had to be stuck on that fucking
Yeah, they was
cruise.
you
trapped on
imagine?
that damn ship.
What were they
Yeah,
out
the
like?
engines
just
went
out?
down or something. Yeah, the engines went
Yeah, I
down or
think there
some
was a
crap like that.
fire.
Yeah.
So
So
like
what was
none
the-
of the water worked, none of the power. The ship was just kind of stranded. No power,
So-
no water. They couldn't make food, and everybody was like shit. And they were handing out like grocery, like Walmart bags and shit to shit in around the cruise ship
God.
for days
So what is the
Damn.
whole poop crew like? Why was
because
that such
everybody
a
was
big?
shitting in bags, and the cruise ship started smelling like shit because
Well,
there
Because
was
they couldn't
throw it
flush toilets.
overboard.
They couldn't.
Yeah.
They
Shit
didn't want to
overboard,
litter,
you're in the
dude. You can't
fucking
throw. You're gonna
ocean.
kill the fucking
I'm
turtles.
sticking my ass over the railing.
Yeah.
Say whoever wants to look, whatever. But I'm taking a dump. So yeah, it just seems like the oddest thing when you're stuck out at sea to be worrying about where the shit's gonna be. I mean, fuck
They
that
was.
litter, that shit overboard.
They was so
When
they
you s-
filled the cruise ship with shit bags, and it was a
Ah,
pretty terrible
God.
experience. from
That
what I've
reminds
heard.
me of how the Superdome was after Katrina.
Yeah,
That's all
Yeah.
it became, the big poop cruise, man. Because
Yep,
people
no
couldn't
AC.
organize. Yeah, they like, well, we're not going to all just piss and shit in one place. We're going to do it all over the fucking place,
Matt said, "Wouldn't pirates be better?"
Yeah. Probably so. Well, I don't know. Depends. They found these people dead.
It wasn't Captain
No.
Phillips, though, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm the captain now.
I was just making sure.
Nope.
Have y'all seen that video of that family who pranked the girl about like the turkey trot on
No.
Thanksgiving morning?
Let me know.
Okay, well, it's just a prank, and everybody is going crazy online because they're saying that the family bullied her. Y'all haven't seen
Whoa.
anything like that?
No, what was it? Tell me. I want to search it.
It's
What are they calling it?
family pranks fiance with turkey trot. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Trot?
Pull it up.
Is that what
Trot.
you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like a marathon or something that people run on Thanksgiving morning.
I'm looking it up right now. Family pranks fiance. Okay. Libby prepared diligently, even buying gear to join what she thought was a family tradition. The reveal brought tears of joy and group hugs before everyone headed to breakfast. Some see it as a sweet family fun since she laughed it off, while others call it unkind. What did they do, though? The
What?
turkey trot family's weird as hell. People who make. I'm saying, what did they? I'm
They
trying
just
to find.
pranked her. They pranked her acting like they do this stupid turkey trot every Thanksgiving. So she like prepared for it, I guess.
Well, so did they. They're all in the shirts and.
No, but they didn't actually. So they like took a video of all of them dressed up to get ready to run, and they made like shirts and stuff. And
Let-
they
I was gonna say, let's pull it up. I'm pulling the video up right now because I got to see this. I never did watch it.
it's not so much of that. It's that like
No, I want to see
people
what
are
they
saying
did.
she was being bullied. Like they bullied her.
I
Because
don't
it was
care, I
like
wanna see-
her old man's family, huh?
I
Yeah.
want to see her reaction. I want to see this, so bear with me. Yeah, let's find out what the.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. We're kidding! Just eat it with me! There's no race. There's no race.
She like disassociates.
Oh, that's what people are.
Oh, Jesus.
Is she special? I mean, not to be rude, but is she?
No, I think it's
Okay.
funny.
Gotta be.
But all these sensitive people online are like, they
That's
bullied
what
her.
I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying because it's a story. I mean, it fucking X is pulling
yeah.
up like it's some main headline, and I'm thinking, unless she had some special needs, then what is the problem? You know what I
No,
mean?
they're
Like,
saying
what-
it's bullying because she prepared for it, and it was like a couple month long prank. So that's bullying. Like
Jesus.
nothing's funny anymore. That's
White
funny.
People are so fucking weird.
Yeah.
maybe they need to stop reproducing.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, dude. Fucking white people.
Well, that is odd, man. No, I didn't hear about that, but I'm thinking that's what people are freaking out about. It's probably more freaking out on TikTok than anything, because that's where all
It
the
is,
sensitive
yeah.
people are. My God, it is.
That's what I'm
It is
honestly.
crazy on that app.
Yeah.
It's nuts. I mean, I'm on it. Don't get me wrong, but it's like just to watch the sensitivity and the feelings on there, and if you
telling you.
joke about anything, You know what I mean? People are coming at you, and I'm like, I can't do this shit.
I know. I thought we had bigger problems, but okay.
This guy got he's meet the men getting breast reductions. So I'm scrolling. We're scrolling X if you hadn't noticed yet. I'm just hoping I don't come across anything too nuts. Let's see what's going on X. Oh, nothing. They still talking about Candace Owens. She just seems to be going just still hardcore with that Charlie Kirk shit.
Is his
Here's a
wife
good
pregnant?
story. Yeah, she is.
Is
By
it his
who?
baby?
He'll probably come out mixed. So no telling. How to make yourself poop regularly in the morning before going to work. Now, it's a real news article, and I'm not clicking on it because I really don't give a fuck. But I'm just like, this is news. Apparently, I thought this show
So there's
was bad.
nothing going on.
No, you're making
No.
fucking poop articles. Like, drink some coffee like a fucking adult. Get over it.
Oh, football. That's what I wanted to bring up. Okay,
What?
so I never really paid attention to football. I didn't fully understand it, thought it was boring, whatever. Well, this season, I've been watching every Saints game. They're horrible. Garbage.
For you.
Like,
Yeah.
they basically just
Sorry.
prance around the field and they're scared to, like, tackle each other. Whatever.
What a terrible season to start watching the Saints.
Yeah, well, so Monday, I watched the Patriots versus the Giants.
Yeah.
Game changer. I
good
actually
game.
think I would enjoy watching football.
You enjoyed it?
Yes.
It
They
is
were
a-
actually
good
like
games.
tackling each other and like it was
Oh,
fun
yeah,
to
yeah.
watch.
Yeah, you got the shit into the stick because you were stuck watching the Saints. Is the problem?
Yeah, it was just horrible.
I
Like,
watch every game but the Saints.
And
even
that's
turn it
something-
on.
your own local.
I don't even turn it on.
Local team, huh?
Yeah, only one I've been going for the Steelers just because of Rogers' old ass. I'm like, yeah, do it for the old guys. Get one. But no, football's it could be. It's very interesting once you start kind of getting into it.
Yeah, but not the
start
Saints.
learning.
because they're like
No.
scared to like touch someone.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we
We
doing?
have nobody elite on the Saints. You gotta watch a team that's got
Right.
either an elite quarterback, running back, maybe two receivers, or just a really good defense that's busting through the line, or it's just boring.
Are you betting on it yet, Kristen?
No, I did last
She's
year.
in fantasy.
I am. I also
wondering.
haven't checked it in I don't know how long.
I was wondering if that's what got you watching it. Yeah, Matt's asking something right here. Sorry, Matt. I just saw it. Did you see the
Yes,
Giants
I did see
kicker?
that. It was hilarious.
Poor guy. Leave him alone.
Yeah. No, so I am watching the beginning of the game and I'm like, just when I'm starting to like understand what's happening, that happens. And I'm like, what is this?
like,
Like
what
every
the
time I think I'm understanding it, they do something new. Because I thought he did that on purpose because I saw the guy behind him pick up the ball and run.
yeah, it's a trick play. Look, I'm a fucking slam.
That's
my
what
toe
I
into the
thought.
turf.
So I'm like, what is happening right now? And then I saw the slow-mo and I was dying laughing. It was funny.
And are y'all falling for it? Who wants to answer him?
Justin, the floor is yours.
The floor is yours, Justin.
These nuts. Got him.
Got him. No, did you hear though the excuse? I guess it is an excuse, but it seemed like a legit one that the kicker gave. I know me and Justin talked about it last night, but you weren't on here. If you watch that replay in slow motion, when the guy sets the ball down on the ground, it moves slightly, like it slips on the ground. So that in that kicker's mind, he saw that ball do that. So he's like, oh, it basically fucks up everything now, because
Right.
you got to be so precise when you're doing that. So I guess in his mind, it was just, let me just pull this kick. I'm not going to sit there and try to kick this ball and no telling where the fuck it's going to go. Now,
I
it
felt
might have
bad.
been-
Gung-ho.
might have been a better idea than what the fuck they did, though. Just kick it. Fuck it,
Yeah.
Just
You know
beat
how
the shit out of
embarrassed
it.
he probably is?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Like, that's
I'm
so
sure.
embarrassing.
Well, he gets paid enough money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that embarrassment for his game check.
Yeah.
What game was it, Justin? Let me ask you. You're the football guru on here, man. What game was it that
guru.
they punted at the 29?
Who?
They
I don't know.
punted
That's what I'm
the-
at. I want to say. And,
I like
and the whole and the whole
on
thing
opponent's
was
29.
and the whole thing was it's like, tell me it's not rigged, because like the over would have been say 31, or something like
is.
that, and it would have put it right there, and they
There-
punted.
yeah,
Yeah.
the Cleveland Browns punted from the 29, and the game went under. Are
Yeah.
you kidding me? Somebody says.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Exactly.
I like how Justin's like, I don't know what game. That's like, well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. dude.
Well,
I
I
just
didn't
saw
know if
the
he was talking
snippet,
about the
man.
Giants because we were talking about the Giants.
No.
So
No,
he said
no,
they,
no.
and I was like, they being football
no,
team,
I know
the
what you mean.
Giants.
I know what you mean. It was just
Yeah.
funny
Yeah.
because Brad didn't. But no, Kristen, what they're talking about is that the under, basically it's a gambling term where you bet if the game's going to go over or under a certain
Score.
a certain
A
number
combined
when you
score.
combine both scores at the end of the game.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So if they're saying, it's going to be under 52 or over 52, you want to decide how you want to bet. Well, that dumbass decision that they decided to punt from their 29, which nobody ever does.
Easy field goal.
Right,
Easy
easy
field
field
goal.
goal.
Yeah.
They decide to punt it, which, like I said, nobody would do. Well, then that forced that game to go under, which is huge in Vegas. So it just kind of ties into everybody talking about how rigged these pro sports
Absolutely.
are getting.
Yeah,
You know,
and
I mean-
I've seen a lot of that this year because, so if you have like a parlay, right, and I guess the one that comes to mind instantly is CeeDee Lamb this year. If you've got CeeDee Lamb on your parlay to score 2 touchdowns all game, right? If he gets hurt before, I believe it's before, they have to play 2 quarters, right? So if he gets hurt in the first quarter and doesn't come back, your parlay is void. They give you your money back, right? So with CeeDee Lamb, he did. He got hurt in the first quarter. He fucked up his ankle, I believe, ankle or knee. And the first quarter of the second half, they played him for 1 play, right? So technically, he played for 2 quarters, and the parlays were no longer void. Well, he wasn't scoring 2 touchdowns because he was hurt. So they were trying him for,
Sure.
a play to see if he could play, and he couldn't. So they took him back out, and he didn't play anymore. So everybody was pissed the fuck off. And I've seen that a few times this year.
I know it's amazing how much, if you really start to pay attention to it, it's how much this gambling controls what's going on. It's a shame to see because it ruins the game. That's kind of what made me lose interest in it a while back. Was you could just see it's so blatant. So it's kind of like, why are we wasting time as fans? Following these teams around, rooting them on, and it's really up to whoever the league decides is going to, win that year. Now, I know they can't control every aspect of the game. There's too much going on, but they can control tempos. They can make horrible calls and stand behind them because what are you going to do about it?
Right.
But in another thing, if you really, I used to do a lot of the gambling years ago. I had a little local bookie around here, and I just started noticing how they were so close to these spreads. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking, how the fuck do they know? There's no mathematical equation you can explain to me on how these bookies in Vegas get this shit so close,
Or that
much.
close. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no fucking way.
Was your bookie's name Jimmy P?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, his name was
Another
Ronnie.
bookie. Yeah.
Why, you had a different old man Ronnie. He'd come to collect every week, but that's all he
Absolutely.
did was collect because we never won. But yeah, no, it started striking me odd when I first started getting into that gambling shit. Was like I said, just how close these games were, and I'm thinking as far as with the spread, and it'll be within a point or two, and I'm like, how the fuck do they know? How do you even calculate that? There's too much that goes on in these games, and they weren't all that close because some of them get out of hand, but so many of them are right to the number that Vegas sets, these lines. And it's like, it's impossible. I don't give a fuck. They can't tell me. They can't explain it away with any kind of math equation. It's fucking impossible unless they have some kind of say in it. You know what I mean? And I'd love to get somebody on here that could explain it to where maybe I would say, oh, okay, I get it. Maybe it isn't a bunch of bullshit and cheating going on, but I don't see it, man. I just can't see it. And I think everybody knows it, but it's still fun to get out there on the weekends, I guess, for some people and rah-rah and cheer your team on. But it just sucks knowing in the back of your mind the whole time that, it's not really up to what your team is doing. It's up to whatever the fucking league wants done,
It's where the money's being played, brother.
Well, it was like that time, and we talked about it before when the Saints got fucked, with that no call. And it just so happened it was against, Los Angeles when they first moved to that new stadium over there. So They had to get Los Angeles rolling. What better way to do it than let them go all the way that year? They weren't going to let the Saints take them out, even though they rightfully should have, So it just kind of, it's another one, that just kind of opens your eyes with this bullshit. But anyway.
Well, they suck now, so it doesn't matter.
No, they're far. They're the ones who need the help now. Yeah, they are horrible, man. But they always have been. We had that good run when Breeze was here, That was about it. So, what's Matt talking about? Multiple minds are paid to dial them odds. Yeah. So let's see. Actual question: how do you feel about the economy? Do you guys think we'll actually see an economical collapse? Brad, you're the economy guru. Are we going to collapse? Is it over with?
I don't know. I mean, what's his true definition of an economic collapse? Are we talking that a recession, a depression? No, I don't really see that coming. I really don't. But I do see major corrections coming in the markets, or if it's real estate. But yeah, I do see that coming. I do see some changes coming. And I don't know, being 38 trillion, like I've always talked about on here, 38 trillion in debt, you don't pay that back. Just the interest alone is, it's not. Yeah, but the interest alone is what, over $1 trillion a year we're paying in interest. And like they always said, even economists say it, when our interest on our debt exceeds more than we're spending on defense, we're fucked. So I think we're about there. I think we spend $700-800 billion a year on defense. We've pushed that. We're over that now. So do I see an economical collapse? No, I think they're going to change. I think you're going to see a currency change. We're going digital. Of course, I'm not a fan of it. I think there'll be a lot of money to be made in it, but I'm not in for the control that they're going to have over you. So when? I don't know. I mean, is paper money going away? Eventually, it will. But in my lifetime, I don't know. It's hard to predict,
Now, see, I am way too dumb to have ever answered that question like that. So you did great. See, that's why I went to you. I don't even know what you said, but it sounded amazing. So there you go.
Yeah.
There's your answer.
Well, yeah, Matt, pennies are gone, man. Next thing is nickels, dimes, and quarters, man. So it's all coming. They are going to get rid of currency, doing the counterfeiting, and they want their taxes, man. This government wants their taxes, and they need taxes. So I think Trump touts that we got to get rid of taxes. I don't know how you do it. I haven't seen anything that would say, yes, we can do that and still prosper as a country. Because I know you hit on it earlier, Shane, with tariffs. It's supposed to be bringing so much money in, but I think there's a major case right now in the Supreme Court, if I'm not mistaken, that are these tariffs really legal? Right. And if the Supreme Court rules against it, you're looking at somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 billion that we might be having to pay back to these countries, which I think is asinine. I think if these countries are screwing us over, we have a damn right to charge some type of tariff on it, So,
well, another problem I see is no matter what we're pulling in from these tariffs, to me, it's all temporary, because as soon as Trump's not around, everything's pretty much going to go back to normal.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people benefiting from allowing these countries to fuck us over financially. There's a lot of people benefiting. He was stepping on a lot of toes, in-house and out-of-house, around the world, people in our own government that were benefiting from all of that money that we're basically taking back in now. So I just think once he's out, no matter who gets in, even if another Republican gets in, I just kind of see things starting to go back to normal with how they were before he started hitting them with all these tariffs. I just don't think it's going to be anything that's going to stick around. So,
it is. It's sad to say too, man, because I believe this country has peaked, and I believe we peaked probably 60s, 70s, and 80s. I think really we're done as a country. There has to be some type of reforming. All of our manufacturing is gone overseas to China, Vietnam, wherever it is around the world. And just to bring that back overnight is virtually impossible. I mean, I know Trump's trying, he is, but and as we've talked about on this cast, AI is going to replace a lot of jobs. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that are unskilled. And even if you are skilled, it doesn't matter. There's going to be a lot of jobs that are going to be lost to AI. What's coming? You know,
Well,
you can already see it. You know, somebody
and you know
commented
what's
earlier about 1 million jobs that have been lost. I bet with automation, it's just it's inevitable that it's going to
well,
happen.
and what's crazy about that is Elon seems to think that we're going to figure out a way to give everybody a just a basic income to where you
A
won't
living
have
wage,
to work.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
I
a
don't
living
know
wage.
if that's just a far-fetched fantasy, and I don't even know if that's a good
I don't think
idea.
I don't think
but
it's far fetched at all. I really don't,
no,
because if
because
you look at it now, how many people in this country are we supporting through welfare,
Right.
SNAP, and to me that's a living wage. And some of these people, it's generational now, and that's what they keep, and that's they just live on it, live on it. You give them enough crumbs, they can survive, and that's basically what I consider a living wage, is just
yeah,
enough to
because
survive, you know. But be dependent
right.
upon the government. Don't forget that.
Well, and at first my brain was going to, well, if nobody's working, where is this money going to come from? But then I remember it's not that things are going to shut down. It's just they won't
No,
need humans to work. So the
absolutely.
businesses are still going to be running. People are still going to be
Yes.
making money, still paying into the government. So I
Right.
guess if the money was handled right, which is another question, it is a possibility
Right.
in the future that people just get paid to basically live. Because
Right.
if you've got, half the country can't find a fucking job, well, they got to survive somehow. And that's kind of how
Right.
Elon's looking at it, that, a lot of people are going to be put out of work by no fault of their own.
Right.
People are going to get left behind with this big AI push. So we've got to do something. So in his
It's
mind, he
true.
thinks there's a way to pull that off where everybody makes, and he's not even talking about where you're just barely getting by money. Basically money to do whatever you need, or not whatever you want to do with, but live on,
Right.
enjoy, and to have a decent life. I don't know if it'll ever get to that
They
point.
don't want us to do that.
No, exactly. I can see them giving us crumbs just to keep us fed and keep us alive and give us, the necessities. But I can't see them overdoing it to where we're all just able to go travel and enjoy life now,
Right.
which would be amazing if people could do that and people didn't have to work from the time they're a young adult all the way until they're too damn decrepit to enjoy anything. It would be amazing if we lived in a society like that where people could get out and actually do things they want to do and enjoy some of this life while you're here. It's just not what we're
Right.
used to. We get caught up in this rat race of finding a career, working every day, all day, trying to make as much money as you can, trying to make ends meet. And before you know it, you're 50, 60 years old and
Boom.
your life's pretty much over with. So
Yes.
it sounds great. It sounds great to have a social program like that if everybody's benefiting from it, not
Yes.
just people that don't want to work. You know what I mean? That's a difference. It's got to be where everybody can be prosperous somehow. And in his mind, that Elon mind, he thinks it's possible. So I don't know.
They're just gonna send everybody
Maybe.
VR goggles and treadmills.
Pretty much.
So look,
yeah.
go travel, dude.
Do what you want. Go travel. You can go anywhere you want. Put these goggles on.
Anywhere.
Yeah, see, he keeps pushing for that Neuralink shit, putting them
Yeah.
chips and all in your brain. It's like, not me, buddy.
It's gonna be like
Look,
fucking Avatar.
I'm an Elon Musk fan, but it's like, nah, I'll let somebody else try that shit. I'll just continue the rest of my life not having a damn chip in my brain.
It depends
I'm
on how
with
old
you.
I am when it's really a thing.
I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess if you're kind of on the end anyway, it's like, fuck it, I'll try it.
Yeah.
But like if they were coming to me tomorrow and said, hey, you want to put this chip, you can do,
No.
because, you'll be able to control things. And it's like, yeah, but what else? Like, what are they going to be able to do?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's my concern.
Nah, they gotta wait at least until my first knee replacement. Minimum.
That's the timeline.
Hip
First
replacement.
knee or
brother.
hip replacement.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just waiting on this universal basic income to come through because I'm tired of going to work, and I don't even work hard, but I'm still tired of doing it. I'm just tired of getting
Absolutely.
up.
Every day.
Every day, buddy.
Every
Hustle,
day.
grind. That's what we do. Yeah.
It's
Anyway.
true.
Anywho, I don't know if y'all remember this. I'm gonna pull up a case real quick. Let me pull
Sure.
it up on the screen right here. If you don't mind, I'm gonna pull up a
No.
video.
Yes.
Let's watch a video, guys. Let's see. All right. I don't know if y'all remember that one. I'm sure y'all can see it on the screen now. He was sentenced for it, but
Even nearly 2 years later, this video is hard to watch. It shows the violent attack in a parking lot off Shepherd near Tidwell. The victim is Florentino Hurtado, a 69-year-old man with dementia.
69,
How
dementia.
could you do that to an old man?
Delilah Brown is Hurtado's granddaughter. She tells me the injuries from that day worsened his dementia.
Before the beating, he was able to recall people's faces, his granddaughters, his great-grandchildren, but now there's no recollection.
On the day of the attack, Hurtado had been at the meat market with his wife when he got lost and tried to open the wrong car door.
They were under the impression he was trying to break in the car.
Perry Bass represents the suspect, Travion Lockridge, who was sentenced
Guy's
today.
beating that old
Could
man.
the
Someone
defendant
should have
been more
shot him
compassionate
right in the
in
head
this
right there.
situation?
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, do you
I
think he-
guarantee if that was a younger man and that wasn't an old man, he would not have put his hands on him.
No, probably
It was
not.
probably some type of power trip, and he
That's
should have been
kinda-
sentenced to death right then and there.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what? There's no way he thought this guy was
No.
trying to break into his car. This old man, seemingly confused as hell. You know, I don't know what they were talking about there, but you could see he was actually behind the guy that was talking to the old man and decides to throw a punch at him. But I'm thinking, how vicious of a person do you have to be to beat down an elderly person like that? Like, what is going on in your mind? Where does this rage come from? You know,
No respect for other people, typical situation.
it's nuts. And it was like, I mean, was he just waiting on an opportunity to just beat the fuck out of somebody that you know, maybe he didn't like the guy's race? I mean, maybe, I don't know. It just seemed like he was too ready to just annihilate anybody. And it's like, my God, I think he got what? I don't know. I think they said 14 years or 15 years or something like that. I may be making that number up. Let me double check. 15 years for it, which is, it's good.
No,
great,
that's not
you
enough.
know?
So, hear me out. Hear me
Go
out.
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
If you happen to live in an area with a bunch of, crackheads, they all look 70, for one, right? They all walk around pretty fucking confused all
see
the
where you're
time.
going.
All right.
Okay.
And they typically try to
I
break
should have
into your
muted
shit.
your ass when you said, hear
Yes.
me out.
All right. I'm just saying,
I get
if
it.
I'm in around my work,
Right.
they got a bunch of, older looking young crackheads that try to break into shit and steal shit. So
Yeah, but he looked like a normal
So,
old man.
what about-
a
what about
crackhead
at thi-
doesn't look normal.
What about at this point right now, like I have pulled up on the screen, when the old man is on the ground already?
yeah, so see,
Should've
that's
been-
kind of like
should've
the
been over with.
self-defense, areas. Like, okay, you took it too far. Like you had a case, now you
Yes.
don't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Just
It should have been over and done with right there. Once he pushed him away, he went to the ground. Should have been over
Yeah.
with.
Because I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
where Justin, even though, we're poking fun at it, but I see where you're coming from, that when you're in a city full of, like you said, dope heads, crackheads, whatever you want to call them, yeah, they all, if they're 30, they look like they're 70. And they're all seeming like they're out of their mind, which is, I'm sure, what this old man kind of sounded like, because he is. I mean, he's got dementia, you know what I mean? So I guess at first, maybe you'd be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get the fuck away from my car, maybe kind of shove somebody away. But
Right.
to take it to that extent, this shit came from a deeper place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
once he
definitely went too
knew,
far.
yeah, it's like you knew he wasn't a threat no more, and you continued to beat on him. Now,
I don't know, but even in his situation, he's got, I'm sure, a very thick layer of fat. So even
Looks like it. He's
I
plump.
like he's just
He's
too
plump.
big to be doing that like to somebody.
well, that's what I'm thinking. It comes to a
Like, you're
point
too
where it's
big.
like, yeah.
What was he gonna do if he stabs you? You won't even feel it.
do? Well, just take the stabbing. Huh?
It's just
No,
body armor.
that would be different though if the guy did have a weapon. But this old man wasn't. There was no.
No, but
harm
somebody
gonna be
like
done.
that size and frail,
Yeah.
that's terrible.
Now, suppose you witness this and you take it into your own hands and you take that son of a bitch out while he's beating that old man. Justin, you think that's justified?
Yeah, definitely.
So you can step in and try to help someone, even if by using lethal force in a situation like that.
you can use lethal force to protect your own life and other life,
Right.
because
Depending on where
he's
you at,
obviously outmatched.
right?
Yeah, I guess depending on where you're at. If you're in New York,
Yeah.
good fucking luck. But
Yeah.
Out here, definitely, yeah, he's outmatched, and once he starts swinging on him on the ground, it's like he's gonna fucking kill this old man, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
that's
could
what I was.
definitely step in.
Yeah, I guess at that point you're right. It looks like you could be saving a life, because I mean he punched the dude when he was on the ground. He stomped him. I would think after looking at that, if you're a bystander, you probably have a easy day in court if it even made it that far. If you took this son of a bitch out, what
Can we see
somebody
his
shoulda did.
mugshot?
Let's find out. Let's see if we can see it. Let's see if I
He
can
looks
pull it
like
up.
Big X the Plug.
It
My
does.
buddy that was rapping on the couch with the oxygen
I
lines.
know exactly
Remember
what
him?
you're talking about. Yeah. Nah, I'm looking for his mugshot. All I see is the video, and they're just showing pictures of the victim. They don't have a.
Did they give you his
mugshot.
rap name?
Uh, no, they didn't. I didn't go that far into the.
What a
the
stupid fat
article.
loser.
Well, god dang, Kristen, calm down. I figured that would ruffle your feathers, but no, like I said, it when I see that kind of stuff, I start thinking like, what is in someone to, be that just, I don't know, man, just that evil, I guess. I mean, it's not like it was just some young, asshole that was sitting there pulling on your door handle and telling you to fuck off while he's trying to break into your car. It's an old person. Even if he was trying to break into your car, he's not a threat, Move him out the way. Say, get the fuck away from my car, old man, and go on about your business. I would just never think to beat somebody down like that at that age, man. It's nuts how some people are, man. I don't know. I guess some people are just raised with there's no empathy,
If he's
no
trying to break into
sympathy.
my car, I'm at least throwing like rocks or something at him.
Just something to make them get away. But it's like if it's an old man like that, like honestly, I'm not gonna you're gonna haul off and just hit him. I mean, I don't know. I guess we were raised different, but
You have to carry a spray bottle.
yeah.
Get him like a cat,
Yeah. Yeah. No. Anyway. Well, what else is going on? We let which I want to talk about. Somebody give me in the comments. Give us something to talk about. All I got is bad news.
Please.
Yeah. That's all I got. I got
I don't have
bad
anything.
news articles. We'll let the comments decide. What y'all want to get? Give me something to rant about. I got to try to juggle. I want to see if we could juggle. Let's see.
I'm too stupid for all that.
Oh, wait, nope. No juggling. Sorry, I was going to put on a juggling show, but
I've tried.
it's not working.
I'll never get to the chainsaws.
We're going to get it tonight. Let's do it. Oh shit. Oh, come on. Damn it. No. I won't be a juggler. I won't be joining the circus. So, no time soon. So
I was already
All right,
searching
well,
up
I've-
tigers, dude.
I've resorted to juggling, which means it's time to get off of here. If you tuned in, y'all hit that subscribe button if you ain't done it yet. And we'll be back, I don't know, maybe in a day or so. If not, sometime next week. Who knows? Might pop up and have a special program, a little, some any kind of crazy news goes on. We're going to get back on here and talk a little shit. So
Be on the
until
lookout.
then, we appreciate y'all checking us out. We are the B.S.ing with the Guys show. Oh, wait, we got one? Hold on. Boom. Let's pull it up. How can we combat the racial left and their brainwashing?
Ignore them.
Yeah, I wish you could. The problem is they get to all
I
the
know
young
they're
people.
everywhere.
Yeah. The is it the radical left? I mean, what is the racial? Yeah, okay. I thought that's what you meant. Yeah. Combat. Well, I think we're already doing it. You know what I mean? It seems like a lot of people are pushing back against that woke shit that was going on for a while. I mean, face it, even us being on here, being able to talk like we talk, couldn't have done that shit a few years ago. I mean, channels were getting banned left and right, So I think you're starting to see it kind of sway because it just went too far. It's not like they were just subtle about everything, but you know how shit goes. The pendulum swings one way, and eventually it starts to kind of work its way back because people are like, okay, that's a little off the reservation now. Let's bring it in. Matt, I see what Matt's saying, but we don't condone that.
Matt said, what jobs are AI not capable of? I think my industry that I'm in.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a good question. Yeah, there's a lot of
endings.
Happy endings. Yeah, I don't want a robot. Kristen's. There's gonna be like I guess it's going to be a while before physical labor like that. It's more of the computer shit, you know. I mean, anything to do with computers, I think, is over. So, you know, the insurance companies and accountants and people in the medical field, and I mean, I think you'll always need a plumber. I think it'll be a while before there's like a Tesla robot coming to your house fixing your plumbing or your electricity or your HVAC, shit like that.
That's what I'm saying with like the body shop world. Now,
Yeah, like
insurance companies are already using AI to write like first initial estimates on cars. But the
Well, yeah,
physical, like taking stuff apart and actually fixing things and stuff like that.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's why I think it'll be a while before, something like that starts to happen. I mean, you're going to have some jobs that are going to turn automated, but for the most part, you're still going to need people at a lot of jobs. But man, if your job is anything to do with a computer program, it's probably going to be
Coding,
short-lived,
yeah.
man. Yeah, it's like, and as a company, somebody who runs or owns the company, it's hard to blame them when you can buy one program to do, what you're paying somebody years and years to sit there and do. You know what I mean? Like you're cutting somebody a paycheck for 20 years at this company where you can buy a program once and then it's done. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
hard to
over with.
blame them for going that way, but it does suck for a lot of people that, wasted their fucking time and life going to school to do these jobs. So these stupid fucking, robots or whatever can come and take it from you.
You got to
Cars
learn
are
how to
built by
program the
robots.
robots.
Learn how to program them.
Yep.
Is that what you said? Yeah. Well, you better get into that. That's why another thing, jump on that AI shit, man. Learn what you can because it's here, whether you like it or not, it's here. So all these, young people coming up, they better figure it out, man.
I don't think a robot can spread Bondo.
Not yet. That's what I mean. Jobs like that, I don't think it's a big
Right.
deal. But like you said, if you're at a body shop and or insurance on that and, doing estimates or something, well, it's not going to always take a physical person to look at the car and give you an estimate, They'll have some type of robot that'll scan it and be like, oh, that's $7,500 worth of.
Well, they
They
do
already
now.
do
They
at
take a
some
picture of
auctions.
it. Yeah, they just take a picture of the damage and it writes an estimate, but it's a horrendous estimate. I've seen it.
Yeah. But
It's
it'll get better.
terrible.
I've
But
seen them at the auctions where they have like a booth set up where when the car's driving into the auction, it's taking pictures from the top, the sides, the front, underneath, and it'll tell
Yeah.
you basically everything that it sees wrong with the vehicle. So when it gets on the auction line, it's got a list of shit like, all right, boom, here's what's wrong with it, and then people bid and do the
Yeah.
thing. So
And that,
Yeah, but
and
you'll
that's
still
what-
need somebody to take it apart
yeah,
for
now.
like hidden damage and
Yeah.
stuff. My job, I'm good. I ain't worried about it.
I think
At least in my
manufacturing,
lifetime.
you're gonna lose pieces of it, but I don't think you'll ever lose the full thing. Like
in the what? I didn't hear what you said. In
manufacturing,
Manufacturing.
back in the day, say a car assembly line, like there was a person for everything. Well, now you've got robots to weld, you've got robots to paint, you've got robots for this and that, but you still need people doing, bolting and shit like that.
Yeah. No,
Shut
welcome
up,
back.
Satan.
I see him. He was here last night. Welcome back, brother. I hope you're subbing. I mean, you can come on here and talk shit with us. It's okay.
Are
What
y'all
you wanna talk
We're
about?
talking about AI.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
y'all-
you want to talk about tonight there? Orvacol, where the fuck that says. Yeah, he was
Steve
on here
Urkel.
last night. I seen him. He's back. He loves us. Glad you're a
Yeah,
fan of the
absolutely.
show.
As long as you
So-
subscribe.
Yep.
So y'all
I know
surprised
these,
that the Indians haven't gotten a hold of AI for like their calls to the old?
they had to have already, huh?
No,
I don't know. Maybe not.
because they still sound like scam calls. When they
yeah,
call.
that's true. They're still calling you and shit, and yeah, they ain't done it yet. But
They don't
that's gonna
sound
be
like they're from Apple. You know?
No, but that is going to be a major issue, man, with the AI scams. I mean, it's gonna.
Without a doubt.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
It
Because
is.
I mean, they'll be making videos and shit, convincing you that you're talking to some real fucking investor or something,
Or that somebody in your
somewhere.
family's really in trouble with
Yeah,
the video,
somebody-
you
right.
know?
Well, yeah, because
Well,
they're already real good
all
at
right.
that.
If y'all ever get actually kidnapped in the future, I'm not saving you.
We need a code.
We need a
word.
code
What if it's not
word. Oh,
real?
shit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We need a code word.
We do need a code word. We should talk about this further after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to do it out loud. My code word is.
Code word is. Yeah.
Mine
Matt's
is
gonna
cock
be
and
fucking
balls. So-
kidnapping us.
Cock and
I actually
balls.
hate
Code
AI.
words.
I think that is the worst thing that could have ever happened.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm going
torn.
crazy. I don't know what's real.
I know it is hard. That's why I said the best assumption is just to assume everything's fake
It's
now
fake.
and do a little bit of research. But so many people get caught up in it that don't really have the time to
Yeah.
research. So they're just scrolling real quick. They read something, see something, and in their mind it's real. And everything I see now, I'm like, I don't know, is that real? It's like, oh, Trump said good morning. Did he really? Let me look into that. You know, shit like that. You know, I don't believe anything. I just can't. They've already got me ruined with that shit, and it's just gonna get worse and worse.
Oh, it's going to
worse.
get better and better and better.
Well, yeah,
and,
better on their end, right?
On
worse
their end,
ours.
worse on ours. Absolutely, 100%.
But Matt, we are totally AI,
I
buddy.
think.
Matt wants to know if
Well, you got-
this is an AI show. No, it'd be a lot better than this one.
Yeah.
It's AI.
Crazy.
But anyway, so I don't know. Learn how to shovel. That's all I'm gonna tell the young kids. If you don't want AI taking your job,
Get a
learn how
trade.
to get dirty again. That's the problem. We've gotten to a point where everybody wants the cleanest, most comfy, just safest jobs now because we're all fucking lazy as a society, as a whole. And now all those jobs are about to be gone. So now what do you do? People are gonna have to start being mechanics again and plumbers and
Electricians
sheetrock
and absolutely.
Yep. Use your hands, get dirty. Let's see. Did you subscribe yet with the name calling? I mean, I don't understand. Dude, look. Go back and look at go back and look at the channel, bro. This ain't our first fucking stream. That word don't bother us. It's been nonstop since we started. Come up with something a little different. Come on, man. Be creative.
Post a picture of yourself.
It might be AI, dude.
He's probably that fat dude in the last video.
It might be the one we were. Sorry, bro. You were in the wrong. Framers. Yeah, framers. That's a good one. That's a good one. No, we understand why people hate pedos. We hate them too. I just don't understand why. I mean, find a different word. We've been called that since day one. It's like they just see white people up here and they assume you're just hardcore Trump, so we're going to call them pedos. No, you're not.
The fat guy was a violent felon.
I told you it's him.
That's him.
Yep.
That is you.
Oh
why
my
you hit that?
gosh.
Why you did that to that old man?
Yeah.
Why you did that? You ain't got no home training?
God damn it.
Why don't you come on the show? How about I send you a link? You can come on. You can get on with us. Let's see if he wants to get on.
No, they don't want to have a productive conversation.
Not at all. It's just easier to get in the comments and
Mhm.
name call. So, but anyway, make sure you subscribe. I don't
Matt
care what
said
you
ass
call us.
dumb.
Ass dumb. Go ahead, Matt.
Anyway, well,
Jeez.
anything else crazy going on before we get off of here? Let's see. Trump's
No.
got the economy in shambles. That's about it. How'd our voting go? 53% are not happy with. No, they're not. Okay, the way I worded that. Said national polls have Trump's approval ratings at 39%. Are you parted at 39%? Okay, well, 53% said no, they're not part of it. So a lot of people thinking that we're going the wrong way right now with this economy and the way Trump's running it. I haven't seen anything get much easier for anybody, so it's hard to argue with them. You know, I don't know if I'm sure there's much more to it than just all being Trump's fault, but hey, he is the face behind it. You know what I mean? You take that role, you're the leader, you know, you're going to take the lumps. So,
Well, real quick too, man, I do believe it's going to take time to turn everything around. We live in such a freaking society that everybody wants instant gratification, man. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like for people that really have a simple mind and think that, well, Trump's elected and everything's going to be better in 8 or 10 months. It's just, I don't even know if it's going to happen in his term. I mean, it's just that screwed up. So it's going to take a while. Do I think it's going to change? Yes. But I think there's going to be some soft spots and probably some downturns that are going to come our way,
Yeah. Well, I'm with you. I mean, I get what you're saying, that people want the shit to change overnight, I don't know. I try not to be too hard on him, give him a little time. Because like I said, I know the president's not king. So there's only so much he can do when you're being fought from every angle, like he seems to be all the time.
Dude. Yeah.
But like I said, I mean, you sign up for that shit when you take that job, I mean, we bash every other president that has the country in the position that it's in right now. So he's not immune to it, but we still standing behind him. I mean, he's the president. Why would you want him to fail? So anyway, look, Matt just gave you his address, brother. Go talk to him.
Matt's gonna get
Why would I sit
swatted.
there and give you my? What do you? Oh, calm down, bro. You're on YouTube threatening people. Calm down, man. Go find something else to do.
Because that's all they can do. They can never have a productive conversation.
I know. I don't understand.
They always
It's
just
like,
resort to violence or name calling because they're
Well,
all a
we're on
bunch
here-
of idiots sitting at home eating Cheetos all day.
Well, we're just on here having some fun. I don't know why people get so butthurt. I mean, I don't know. So, dumb cunt doesn't know how addresses work.
Who are you
I'm
talking
kind
to?
of probably Matt. I don't know. I'm a fan of this guy, though.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I like him, dude. Yeah, DM us, dude. We'll send you a hat, dude.
There's Quantum Twist joining in.
Hello.
Us true liberals can't have a decent conversation without screaming at you. That's what I'm saying. We on here having a little fun, talking about some news shit. And like I said, somebody always got to get a little too crazy in the comments. I don't understand it. But anyway, join in on the conversation. It doesn't have to get that ugly. We love you. So either way, look, I know you. I know you're giving us a hard time, but we do appreciate you tuning in. He was on here last night, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, he came
Look, it's
back.
going to take a little bit. We'll bring you around
We're
to
gonna-
society. We're going to reform you, man. It'll be okay, dude. Just
We're
give you a
gonna
little
grow
time.
on you, bro. We're not that
Yeah,
bad. I promise
absolutely.
you.
We're not
gonna
that
grow
bad,
on
dude.
you.
Yeah.
So just subscribe. You'll see. Anyway, all right, let's wrap it up. I want to thank everybody, even the guy's name I can't pronounce with the 666. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Redenbacher.
Yep. B.S.ing with the guys. We are out of here.